Beyond Mal's calm waters and Fen's towering stones, beyond Gloom's vast grayness and Dim's cold mist, a confluence of necromancers gathers along Mir's shallow waters. The water laps at armored ankles and fog gathers as the final members approach the three waiting Masters of Death. One's silver mask shines dully in the twilight light of death as they approach from downriver. A silver bell glints in the pouch at the necromancer's belt as their cloak trails in the water, frost inching up from where it meets the river. From upstream, the final necromancer wades confidently in full armor. A relic of the past, he's covered from head to foot. Things writhe under the metal as if it were mere cloth. He dwarfs his companions as they set foot on the small island where they meet. With no formality, the most senior necromancer begins as the final one arrives. A metallic chamber the size of a coffin floats 6 inches from the dirt, reflecting the masked faces in its curved surface. A small gap opens in the metal, and wisps of smoke arise as his voice echoes out from the chamber he occupies.
The Fellowship is gathering their forces. They have called in paladins from as far west as Hearth. They appear to have commissioned an airship from the artisans there. It seems our suspicions were correct.
It is as we feared. My scouts have told me that they're heading north, towards Point, says the fourth necromancer, Nicholas, his voice reverberating slightly behind his mask, shaped like a bird's beak and made from laminated bone.
Raknaya Demisa,
asks the armored necromancer. Yes, the loom. They have found 3 parts so far.
And the other 2 parts?
The silver mask necromancer Castor asks.
My acolytes have left no stone unturned. They have searched the mountains and the swamps between them, but have found nothing.
Regardless, the 3 pieces in their possession must be taken. Do we know where they are?
My scouts have...
Enough of your scouts.
The air around the metallic tube shimmers with heat and glows from within. Nicholas takes a step back into the water.
The time has come to take action. Balthazar does not know the powers he is meddling with. The future of our world is at stake. How soon can our forces be raised?
I've been raising an army from the graveyards north of Gilder. We are headed northeast toward the tower.
My army is ready. We are north of Stonefort. Nicholas and I can intercept the Fellowship on their march north.
Good.
Ishain Drakerik, Bemyak, FM Kent Drania Uf, Padrel Iki, Miknakund.
What about the last pieces of the loom?
Leave those pieces to me.
The final necromancer chimes in. Her high collar is topped with a wooden mask like a spider's face. Thin strings extend from her sleeves and down into Death's waters in every direction.
And what will you do, Lord Reinhardt?
I will prepare a worthy vessel and raise a force of my own. Then I will head south to the tower.
The Confluence adjourns, and the necromancers depart. Castor and Nicholas remain behind for a moment, watching Reinhardt depart. The upright cylinder skims the water until it begins to submerge upstream.
Your little problem. Is it taken care of?
It's as much your problem as mine. Your overconfidence and foolish
Is it taken care of?
A solution is in the works. Those 3 I headed north. I have a plan. The 7 towers of Gilder shrink below you. You can see the palace, and you can see the lighthouses on the edge of the city. And you spot that the airship, which has begun to move northeast. The line of paladins, it looks like they have actually already started marching. They are heading along the road that heads to the north and east. And they stretch out a few miles ahead. As you get further up, you can see the first bit of dawn light on the horizon. It's going to be a few hours before the sun comes up, but it will be coming up while you're up here.
Oh yeah, definitely going to get some sleep.
Yep.
I'm going to cast some healing magics.
Sure. Verity puts up a couple cloths on either side between some metal scaffolding to protect from the cold, and does that same spell where she gestures with her left hand and holds out her right hand. This time, instead of just 2 whistles, she does 4, 1 between each finger, and casts them out and picks up the wind, and the balloon starts heading north.
That's cool.
Well, I don't take up much space, so I'm gonna watch, and then I'm gonna get a little scared. So I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna curl up, and on my backpack, I'm gonna put it in front so I can kind of use it as a pillow and lay on it.
Hey, are you guys hurt or anything? Oh, I was just double checking, make sure you guys weren't hurt.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I've got strain, but I'm gonna heal that up when I sleep.
Verity puts up the final of the 3 curtains that she's going to put up, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 behind, and casts another spell. As she whistles, you can feel the wind spin around you in this area, and you see that flame that's still lit in the center of the balloon spin up like a little tornado, and it expands out harmlessly, and the air around you all becomes a little bit warmer.
That's cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna try to get some shut eye before we get
All right.
going again.
I'll be up for a couple hours. I might ask one of y'all to be the watch out, the lookout,
Absolutely. Yeah,
so I can catch a few later.
Absolutely. No problems with sharing that at all. Just tap me if you need me to take a rotation. So
Rabberto's gonna try and heal himself.
Yeah. I can do medicine on you if you need me to. You just never asked me to.
Tullana's good at medicine, I think, but Tullana might also be sleeping.
That's true.
Medicine, I have 1 rank in.
Hey, you got more ranks than me.
No, he'll pull out his loot and check his bandages, check his ribs, unbutton his shirt. Excuse me, and try to play some soothing music. Heal.
You did too. Nice.
It's not even useful to give you a strain because you're about to go to sleep. So, 1 threat on your magic. I think as you strum your loot, your backpack, your satchel behind you, it starts to glow a little.
What are you doing glowing? Berto looks around.
I'll flip the dark side. I'll flip the story point. And Rabberto hears Han's voice, and the glow increases a little bit. Han says, "Where are we?
Where do you think we are?
We're not in Branson's anymore."
We're in the air. You don't like the air?
No.
Wait, how'd you die?
I don't want to talk about it.
You fell, didn't you? Yeah, no, we're in a... You want to see?
No.
Yeah, well, it's almost dawn. You can still see for a while.
Who are you talking to over there?
Hans? Han.
Do we have extra passenger?
Not really.
The price is per person.
Oh, yeah, it's not a person.
So we do have a 4th passenger.
No. Well, no. All right, we don't have a 4th pet. You know how I was asking you... Remember how I was asking you about heads and jars and stuff like that?
Yeah?
Well, I was just talking to one, okay? That's all.
You brought a ghost on my balloon?
I brought a silver container on your balloon. To be specific, it's a container that has a ghost in it.
What would give you the idea that you should bring a ghost anywhere?
Well, in the pursuit of knowledge, and someone was getting rid of it, and I don't really have a home, so it's kind of, palling around with me. And we had this discussion that you seemed fine with ghost hunters and stuff like
knowledge,
that.
It would have been nice knowledge to know that there was a ghost on my balloon.
I didn't think it was was relevant. We were in a
You
hurry.
didn't think it was relevant?
Why would it be relevant? It's just in a jar.
What do you know about that jar?
I know that it's
Did you make the
silver
jar?
glass.
Did you buy the jar from an artisan who makes special ghost-carrying jars?
She starts walking towards you and the ghost.
I got it from a very credible purveyor of the arts.
You got it from Branson, didn't you?
We had this discussion that, yes, we had this discussion that where it came from. I was talking to you about it. I asked you questions about it, and you seemed fine with it.
She's gonna try to reach past you and grab the ghost jar.
Don't touch. You don't want to touch that.
I need a roll.
Please leave Hans alone. Please leave Hans alone. What would you like me to roll?
Coordination?
Coordination.
Coordination versus coordination?
Okay.
Unless you want to do something else to stop her from taking this.
You don't want to do this. I think that's a pretty good one. That makes sense. What about medicine? Going, whoa. You don't know what these things can do. You absolutely don't want to be touching this.
I think that sounds more like a coercion check.
But I'm a really nice rabbit, and you don't want to take my stuff. I'd rather have. Let's do coordination. I like that.
It's against 3 reds.
No, it isn't.
It is.
That's ridiculous.
You agreed to it.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
slipping. I want a boost because it's in my backpack.
Okay. It's a boost because it's behind/next to you.
I want a boost because no one really wants to touch a ghost.
I'm going to say no because she's very
Yeah.
clearly going for this thing.
I'm rolling it. Unless you guys can help me. 2 failures, 2 advantages,
This kind of roll again.
1 triumph, 1 despair.
One despair.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
She reaches past you and pulls the jar out of your backpack. It clearly has a handle on the top that you really haven't noticed before. And she pulls it out by the handle and
well, there it is.
starts dangling it over the edge of the
What
balloon.
are you doing? No, don't do that. No.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
You're wanted by the Fellowship. You're carrying this ghost.
Yeah.
Don't pretend you don't have a silver bell. I've seen that.
How did you see my silver bell?
Are you a necromancer?
No.
She takes a step back.
Are you sure?
If I was a necromancer, I would have like a bunch of stuff to prevent you from doing this. Right?
Would you?
Wouldn't I?
Would you?
What do you mean, would I?
I don't know. I've never met a necromancer before today.
You still haven't? You met a
Prove
conductor?
it. Can you prove it?
How?
She feigns
What?
dropping it an inch.
As I what? Do you want like a white robe, a fellowship robe?
So you're a thief too.
Maybe I'm a fellowshipper, or maybe I already have a cloak on. Maybe look here, and he reaches under his hood and pulls out vestments.
What's your triumph? You also have 2 advantages. Or do you want that despair first?
No, I don't want the despair first. I don't. I want those advantages to buy me time.
A gust of wind that knocks her forward, away from the edge.
What I don't want is her to. I guess it's 3 to disarm.
Or triumph, but
So this balloon, this basket that you're in, she has cast spells for warmth around it, for wind behind it, and put up these big sort of tarp sails on the sides to keep the crosswinds down. So there aren't really too many big gusts or anything, but if you wanted that for a triumph, we could do that.
How about no? Do your despair. Go for it. Let's just Verity. Yeah, yeah. Look, that's glass. If you drop it, it will leak out a ghost. Hans isn't the most polite person out there that I've met. Okay? If you could not drop Hans on some poor villager, that would be beneficial for everyone. As of right now, he's contained.
As you're talking, you see her eyes looking at you, and then she like tilts a little bit to the left and looks beyond you
That's not good.
and pulls the jar back into the balloon, drops it next to her, and goes for her bow.
What's behind me, Verity?
Carrion crows. Wake up your friends. Necromancer or not. We need to take action now.
Hans rolls off to the side and thumps against Tekoa.
Hey, Rab gently puts a hand on the jar and a hand on Tekoa. Tekoa, I need you guys to wake up. We got carrion crows coming.
We got crows. We're carrying crows.
And she knows about Hans. So just let me know. This is kind of a weird situation right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Tullana.
We're carrying crows.
Tullana.
Why do you got your
5 more
boat?
minutes.
The beavers are flying now.
What? Where's my axe? I must kill them all.
Well, it's not beavers. We got carrion crows over the bow or after. I don't know the directions on a balloon.
I jump up with my axe, ready to start swinging it.
Watch what you're swinging at.
As you all stand up, you can see the small black dots of things flying towards this balloon from the direction that you are heading.
Oh.
They're a little bit higher, meaning if they get to you, may pierce the balloon.
Yeah. And Tekoa looks at his sword that is not ranged and looks back at Rabberto and looks over at Tullana and is like, you two are the ranged people. You can cast spells like a battle sun.
I can throw my axe, but it might not go so far.
But you have magic.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we?
Here's my pack, Tekoa.
What?
My bow is in there, and my arrows.
Okay.
Yes. All right. You can use that.
You know. All right. I appreciate that.
It's
very much.
They're little. They're little.
Oh gosh,
so don't pull too hard.
Like a kid's bow. It's not so small.
No, it's a Kanara bow. It's fine. It's what I grew up with. It's fine. It's perfectly fine.
You grew up with it, so it was a kid's bow.
Gourds with it.
We've got 30 seconds.
Is there any water around?
No, there may be clouds. You can hear the dry flapping and the voiceless, raspy sounds coming from the beaks of these long dead birds. Something between the sound of a bird and the sound of a person screaming.
I'm thinking about making a burning barrier up above us.
Okay.
Or I could try getting a really big, massive, exploding carrot up above us.
Roll some initiative. And what do you want to do with the triumph?
Verity has never seen Hans. No.
Don't think that's going to work.
We're rolling cool, right?
Uh-huh.
How about for my triumph, I get a action before initiative?
Okay. What are you thinking of?
Bowling for buzzards. Throwing a large attack spell at their way.
Okay. You can get an attack in. Basically, the way I'm playing it, these things need to either be stopped or a barrier needs to go up before the beginning of the second round.
Okay, so Tullana can also bring up a barrier if she wanted to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I'll start with that. I'll start with a whirling barrier.
So you can add an additional target, increase the range, add defense, empower it, reflection, sanctuary. I'd say if you want to make it large enough to cover the whole balloon, we should probably increase the difficulty.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, with sanctuary, that's 2.
So we'd be at 4.
So it'd be 4. Can I use those boosts from my coordination?
Tell me why you get to use those as boosts.
Because it's a reaction.
So what do you do?
Rab looks at Hans, and he looks at her, and he knows that he's going to have to put on a stinking show and show that he's not a necromancer.
Hans is smiling so much.
He's such a jerk.
Yeah, and he looks at Hans and he goes, Hans, you're going to get me in more trouble than I know what to deal with.
Still don't like being in the air, though.
Hey, she almost let you out of the air. Come crashing down, just so you know.
And then my glass would have smashed?
And then you would still be without what you want, wouldn't you?
No, I'd be free.
No, you wouldn't, because you're bound to whatever's holding you here.
My skull.
Well, thanks for letting me know what it is.
You're that bad a necromancer.
I'm not a necromancer.
You didn't know that?
Dang it!
I love Hans so much.
Watch this, Hans, as he starts conjuring up this barrier. Oh, can you feel that life force? Oh, so much life. You probably sucks, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm going to use divine. So I put a life bubble with this, which is 4. That's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4. So was I worthy of a boost?
Yeah, sure.
Both of them?
Fine.
You might want to flip,
Okay, I'll flip.
please.
Thanks. This is a new encounter,
Yeah?
so my strength goes back to 0.
No. No.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't go to sleep
Right.
like the rest of us.
All right. Well, I took those 2.
And you
strength.
guys were
Okay.
only asleep for minutes.
1 failure, 1 threat. Hans.
Wow.
So did you compare divine to life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Han says, that's not life.
What are you talking about?
You don't know anything.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you fool.
What? What? You gonna teach me something now?
I don't think I can.
Hans is the official voice of the snarky DM.
Oh, would you just be quiet, Hans? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a barrier.
Okay.
So to make it as big as it needs to be, I need 4 purples, right?
To make it as big as it needs to be, I think to do everything that you need it to do, yeah, it's got to be 4 purples.
Okay, and do I get any boost?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Alright. Oh, I just failed. But that's okay.
Okay.
Hey, we got another round until it happens. That's great. You guys keep focusing on that.
What do you mean it's not life? It's part of magic. It's part of magic.
Your magic. Your magic is the antithesis of life.
Oh, shut up, Han!
I'm not talking to you. You're using the right stuff.
Wait, she's using the right stuff?
Oh, you actually can listen.
You know, just
Wait a minute.
focus.
Yeah.
Tekoa turns to Rabberto. Rabberto, do you not understand? Whatever he's doing to you, he's trying to do to you to keep you distracted so that way you can't do the right thing.
He wants us all to get killed so that we can be just like him.
Yes, and then I'm going to turn.
He has no body, so he has no heart.
How far away are these things?
Medium.
Okay, then I will be shooting at them with this little bow.
Good luck.
You know, it may not be too bad. Maybe not. Can't get any triumphs off of it, but that's 2 purples.
Can if you flip.
Yeah, like I'm going to. Guys, do you want me to flip or do you want to.
I am cool with whatever you want to do.
Well, I'm aiming once.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to save that flip for you guys because you're probably going to need it. So,
Gee, thanks.
you're welcome. And, yeah, see?
What is the damage on Roberto's bow?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh, that's the
The damage is yes.
Yes.
Ooh. Damage 7.
Oh,
Crit 3.
Okay.
okay. So, 10 damage.
Okay.
This thing isn't so bad. Actually, it's pretty sturdy. Advantage goes to whoever
Okay.
wants to have a boost
It's a little
going next.
it's twingy. It's twingy.
Which
I know.
would be probably Rabberto.
Verity and Tekoa get to the front of the basket of this balloon. And what does it look like when Tekoa uses a bow?
When he uses that bow? Because it's not like a full
Really
bow.
any bow, I think.
Well, no, because
There's
if
a
it's,
little bow.
if it's little, then
Little
you have
Kanara
to
bow.
compensate differently than you would if it was a bigger bow.
Right.
So
But it's also Tekoa who does not use bows.
true. He runs up there to the front. He's like, okay, I got this. Okay, he like looks at Verity as she's aiming. He's like, oh, that's how you're supposed to do that. Okay, so got it. All right, so I'm gonna pull this back. Oh, that's kind of tight. You don't want to go too far. How far can this stretch? Do you think? It's like trying to pull it back to get like, okay, so if it bends more.
About this far?
Don't break it.
Okay. Oh, I need to put the arrow on it. Hang on. It's the arrow out. Okay, so he's like trying to fiddle with it and he gets it on there and he's like, okay, so like this and just lets it go. Oh, wait, that went too. Oh, hey, I hit something.
I think Verity gets probably 4 times the arrows off as Tekoa.
Yes.
But Tekoa's was powerful enough that it skewered multiple
Yes.
carrion crows.
That's what he's about.
And looking out at this, what was a flock, there is only one left. And it's heading straight for the fabric of the balloon. Last PC's turn before it hits.
Which is officially Rabberto.
I blast it.
Hey, Rabberto, we got one left.
He pulls out his lute and he plays a power chord on it. Can I use your boost, Tekoa?
Yeah, you can take that advantage. Yeah, go for it. Take it a boost.
The advantage?
I've encouraged you because I've used your bow and hit something with it.
All right. I'm not going to flip yet. We might need that. Or flip.
Are you sure?
All right, I'll flip.
I mean, we probably will need it.
I blast it. Damn!
Oh,
Son of a monkey!
No!
What happens?
You die.
Maybe.
What happens is Roberto switches to his lute and puts a big furry foot on Hans, and kind of as he's showing how he can use magic, strums it, and his foot slides off, and he's more distracted. It sends this cold-looking lightning bolt right past the bird.
What do you want to do with your 4 advantages? 4 advantages is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I have a suggestion.
You're not going to kill the bird.
No.
Ensnare the bird.
You'd have to hit it.
Did you add ensnare?
Yeah.
You
Ice
did.
and lightning.
You added ensnare?
Yeah.
Why would you add an extra purple if you didn't need to?
I always do.
Okay.
Cash all 4 advantages in to make it have to take another round to get to us?
Yeah, it disarms it. In other words, it has to take a move. It's got to move because it evaded, and it has to come in again if it wants to attack.
Sort of. No, I'll give you that it doesn't hit the balloon for your 4 advantages. Verity rolled 4 threats.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's worse.
So I think what I would like to happen is that you shoot this blast of lightning out towards this lone crow. It loses some feathers as it moves out of the way. Verity told you about these birds, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you failed a check on them already, right?
To know what they are?
Yeah, when you were
when we first
in the
encountered
woods.
them.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Tullana just shot it dead while we were arguing.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, this bird loses some feathers and banks to the side and rolls back and in towards the basket, and he's gonna try to attack one of you.
I'm actually surprised, and I'm gonna say this just because I want to shoot us in the foot, but I'm surprised it's not banking towards Hans to try to crack the glass.
Maybe you didn't see Hans.
Okay.
It's actually
not this first pass.
I mean, we're like
banking towards Tullana.
Oh.
Because of the 3 of you, she has done the most damage to any of the undead things under the control of this necromancer.
That's okay. I'm really small, and I'm going to duck down, so it has to try to come into the basket to get me.
It is also very small.
Great, it can come into the basket to try to get me.
It is. That's what it's doing.
Great. I have an axe. I can kill it.
We'll see.
Oh, no. Oh.
Okay, bummer. Yeah, so it comes into the basket and starts screaming, cawing in Tullana's face, flapping its wings at her.
Oh, you stupid ugly thing!
And trying to scratch her with its beak and talons, going for her face.
Great. I'm going to take my axe and put it in front of my face, and I'm going to say, "Take this, you evil, stupid bird!"
All right. You're going to have a setback on your roll because it is right in your face.
That's okay.
You got this.
It's my axe. Let me see. What is my axe? It has Pierce 2, Vicious 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2 purple, 1 black.
2 purple, 1 black. And I get a boost because my metal is silver or iron, whatever. It's, it doesn't like it, and it's big, and it's in my face.
And you can
aim.
aim.
I have to touch it.
And you can aim.
I'm going to give it to you because it's weak.
Okay, I'm going to aim.
You're in a very dangerous situation, and a lot of things could go wrong right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to
flip a story point to make it against a red and a purple and a black.
So, red, purple, and a black. Then I'm going to flip it back, and I'm going to make mine green a yellow.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Take this, you evil, stupid bird. I don't want you in my face. Do it again.
You swing your axe, and you hit this bird, and it just crumbles like it was made of dust and bones and long dead spirit.
Bertha, get the spirit!
It's gone.
Oh. Well, stupid bird. Try to get my face. I know I'm pretty, but, don't scratch it.
Rabberto felt a single spirit leave the world.
Wow, it's gone. Well done.
And it's very quiet up in the sky.
Rabberto slowly reaches down for Hans and starts putting him in his backpack.
Verity still has her bow drawn. And it is not pointing at Rabberto, but it's pointing towards his feet. And she says,
"You need to explain what's going on. And you need to do a better job than you did before."
I just killed a bird. That's what I did.
Tullana, you killed more than a bird. You killed a enslaved spirit that was bound to that flock, right, Verity?
That's right.
Well, it looked like a bird went one on my face, and it's dead.
And it's gone.
Mhm.
Well done.
So who do you
What's going on?
who do you want to explain?
Well, I can explain. I don't know what I'm going to
Well,
explain.
you two just woke up. I'm not sure you know what's going on.
A fair point.
they
I
know.
don't know exactly what the conversation is. I was going to ask. I was like, "Are you asking me to explain?"
You want everything?
She gestures with her bow for the two of you to get to that side of the balloon.
Go ahead, you two.
Oh, to like away from Roberto. Oh, gotcha.
With Rabberto.
Oh, with Roberto. Okay, in range. Okay.
Yeah, away from her.
Okay. We went to sleep. We got attacked by carrion crows,
Yeah.
and you want us not to be near you. Roberto, what is going on?
Well, I'm going to tell her what all's going on. Well,
Are you going to tell her, or are you going to try to make it sound better and tell her?
I'm going to tell her.
Okay, good, because I have no idea what's
And
going on.
Hopefully, so I'm going to divulge some secrets.
Ooh, secret! I'm going to pull up. I'm going to
Oh my
sit
gosh.
on a thing. I'm
Okay.
like, all right, I like secrets.
Okay.
You're going to have a turn too, right, Verity? Because I like secrets.
hmm We'll see if
She
she
doesn't
does.
say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Kanara. You figured that out. I'm a conductor.
Mm-hmm.
My job in the family is to help my family get to the other side and stay over there. I came upon Tekoa. Tekoa has an issue about him. He's got some thing that we call, what do we call it?
I call it the deep, and it's a curse.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get it out of him. The way we go about doing that is research and try to find ways of getting rid of curses. I didn't have the power to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's either kill the
so we're
necromancer,
acquiring-
or we
Yeah.
perform some kind of ritual to get it out of me. And yeah, Roberto doesn't know how to do that. I mean, we kind of know, but we don't have the stuff to do it. So yeah.
we needed certain stones, a certain place, and there's a necromancer, and rumor has it that necromancer that did it to him might have been the one that was up in Vane. That might be the one that's been sending all these birds. That has 100+ group of dead headed towards Greenfield.
Is that the whole story?
Yeah, and I joined because, I wanted to help them out, and my sister died from these stupid, evil people that are necromancers, and I don't like necromancers. But Roberto's been really nice and kind, and he's really sweet to people. He even, did some, healing thingy on a stone for people to help them with their defense and stuff and give them good luck in their house. He's really nice.
Thank you.
And Hans is an evil, stupid skull, and I really want to kill him, but I can't kill him again because he's a ghost, and I don't know how to deal with ghosts. But we can find someone who can deal with him, and we can take care of him.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Verity, we want to get towards Greenvale, but we also wanted to get ahead of the army because there are villages between that necromancer and Greenfield. And if he's going that direction, that's why we originally came back to the town in the first place, was to warn the paladins. But apparently, they're all headed to someplace else, and nobody's going out to stop this. We've tried to that's why we met with, you saw us talking to Ravnik, and we were trying to get him the message that was from the Burgermeister at Vane to, lend credibility to this whole situation so that hopefully they would send somebody to take care of it. I don't know if it's going to happen. So we have to do something about it. So that's why we were originally going to leave. And you offered passage. So we took it. That's the story.
And in theory, we should be able to resupply at one of these villages. That whole part was just me wanting to warn the people to get out before.
Yeah, because they're not going to help. The paladins will burn the towns rather than help.
Paladins will burn them. Necromancers will turn them into more minions. Figured maybe we can get ahead of them and at least send them on their way to somewhere.
She lets her bow go slack.
Hans is a fourth passenger. I expect payment for Hans, in addition to hazard pay. We're going into dangerous territory. You didn't tell me that we were gonna stop off at some village infested with the dead, or whatever is.
No, we are not planning on stopping off at a village infested in the dead. We're planning on getting ahead of the dead and stopping at a live village. So that's null and void.
Yeah.
Now, if you see undead and we're stopping somewhere, then yeah, call us for hazard pay.
Here's what we're gonna do. You three plan on killing a necromancer?
Yes. I want to take this
Absolutely.
axe and kill it.
Okay, Tullana.
I want the bounty.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
You don't know that the Fellowship puts out bounties on necromancers?
Considering the fact that they kind of hate our guts at the moment, I don't think they'd pay up anyways.
Well, I'll collect it then.
That's fine.
Oh, yes, because
I'll
you're
just kill
aiding and
it.
abetting us, so, like, they're surely gonna let you just take on the bounty.
They don't know who I am.
I think that's fair.
That does seem fair.
I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it to kill as many evil necromancers as possible because they're evil and they killed my sister. So they all deserve to die.
Not all of them deserve to die, because some of them...
The necromancers do because
okay,
they're
fair
evil.
point. Okay, yes.
They all deserve to die. And all the dead things need to die again because they should already be dead. The stupid things need to stay dead.
Yeah.
She rolls Hans back across the floor to Rabberto.
Careful with that.
I don't want to see him again.
I didn't want you to see him in the first place.
We still have a few hours before we get where you say we're going, so you might as well get some rest.
Well, let's go ahead and shore up about the amount then. How much exactly are we supposed to owe you now? Because the amounts keep changing.
Just bring me back the bounty for the necromancer and we're square.
Okay,
Sounds fair.
that's fair. I can get behind that.
How much are necromancers worth?
How much? Yeah. Wait, do they have like specific bounties for specific ones, or is it just in general?
They do, yeah.
Okay. Is there a way we can check that? Because
How much am I worth?
let's not worry
You
about.
could go into a tower, ask some paladins. I don't think the three of you want to do that.
No, we don't want to do that.
I wonder if I could.
It doesn't really matter.
No, I don't wanna do
mean,
that.
honestly, if it really is the one that killed my sister and cursed me, I just want to be done with it. I want to kill it. I want to make sure that it's
Oh, yeah.
dead. They can't hurt anyone else. And he sits down.
Just hope
Here's your bow back.
that. Oh, thank you. Kind of nice, huh?
Yeah, it worked. I'm surprised I didn't break it. I would have felt really
Me
bad.
too. You got really big arms.
I am twice your size.
Well, it's true. Maybe I'll have to find one for you.
It's not my style, though.
I think you did just fine with it.
Amazingly.
Verity, did I do just fine with it? Because I felt like it was beginner's luck.
I've seen worse.
Oh. Okay. Wait.
True.
I've seen better.
Well, of course,
Verity
you're
did
better.
shoot,
You, like, shot forward.
She starts kicking the remains of that crow out of a gap on the floor and checking the ropes and making sure that the pilot fire is still lit. Are the three of you able to settle down?
I don't know. Are we officially able to settle down at this point? You know what? Tekoa will be like, he'll look over at you two and be like, you two need to get rest. Just get rest. I'll take first watch.
I could use some rest. Could use a lot of rest.
Well, I mean,
Thanks.
if you died like Hans, you could let lots of rest, but you shouldn't do that.
Suppose I can rest when I'm dead.
Oh. Even Hans can't rest.
No.
Well, I don't think Hans wants to rest. I think he just wants to be an evil little stupid skull head.
That's right.
I should clarify that Tullana can't hear Hans.
Oh. Well, I want to
But I
pretend
couldn't hear him
do.
either, could I?
No.
Okay, so I just know that
Just
Rabberto was
Rabberto.
complaining, and I'm like, okay, it's got to be Hans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend.
You're good at that.
Can Verity hear him?
Only,
She can see him.
only necromancers can hear him.
Wow.
Yeah, notice how I didn't make you roll sense to
Just pick that up, yeah.
be able to talk with them. Yeah.
Well, I guess. All right.
All right, so let's y'all get some
I'm gonna
sleep,
tuck in.
and I'll just stay up here with Verity and keep her company.
I got to write something down real quick, but okay.
Thanks for listening to another episode of The Other Place. Liking the show and want more? Be sure to leave us a review wherever you get your podcasts, and stop by our Twitter or Discord to say hello. The Other Place is a production of Nightcast Creative. Visit nightcastcreative.com to find out more about us and the podcasts we make.